So for Subjugation, a bunch of people have asked me, it's like, I don't really want to make my Homunculus win because you still use it in water and that kind of stuff. But I did see this team on Reddit some point. I will leave the link to the Reddit thread on that as well. But you can use this guy and this guy for it. I think they have better AI to do their right skills at the moment, so it might be a little bit better. Plus Celine, which actually will provide defense break the moment that other units hit. So that part is actually pretty nice. Plus then you have this skill to get like the defense breaks in. And this is just for team-ups for lowering cooldowns as well. So never actually tried it. I just ruined it up. I used a lot of those fatal runes that you just get from throughout farming a lot. And yeah, just going from there. The team order should be a little bit different. It should actually be best if both of the cookies move first. Oh no, wait, Groswald first, then both of the cookies. The animation of this unit is pretty slow, but all of the team-ups with some of those are just going to be like super hard wave clear. So every time that they use a skill, it's going to be like insta wave clear. So that part is definitely pretty nice. So it's just that her animations are pretty slow, but I'm not sure if she's 100% needed, but it's pretty nice where she will provide armor break for the rest of the team. And so far, so good. I definitely do like this team. So yeah, if you're looking at a team for Subjugation, I wanted to actually showcase this on my alt rather than on my main. But I never actually pulled these cookies on my alt. So yeah, that's for that reason. I just have to go for this, I guess. But it kind of works. I guess it kind of works. I didn't really put too crazy runes at it. Like if you want to run this more often, you probably have to go with a little bit better runes on that kind of stuff. I would just recommend put your best fatal runes on it that you never use anywhere else. I think that's probably the way that you want to go for this. But let's see if it actually easily clears like all the way up to the 20 wave. I think it probably does. I would say that on the boss stage it's a little bit worse. But on the stage itself, you do have like that armor break getting in, plus then the Rogue being able to clean up and stuff. Maybe a little bit better of a Rogue could help a little bit as well. But I definitely do think if you optimize this a bit with the runes, it should be very easy, always getting the final wave cleared. And yeah, let's just see if we can exactly use the same team to all of the dungeons. So I think that the water one will be the hardest, but just for the sake of it, going to be testing that. Okay, let's try on wind as well. Shouldn't be too hard still. Well, it's that this thing is not really going to hit that well on wind. That's kind of the issue-ish, but also for the turn order, it doesn't matter too much. It helps a little bit in the first few days. It's too bad that her animation is like super slow, and the skin that she has, I think the animation stays as slow. Like all of these units just have like super crazy slow skins. So Praxis, how you doing, my man? But yeah, so far this is actually clearing pretty nicely. I'm not even sure if you really need the Celine. Maybe you can put... I don't think you can use duplicate units here anymore. They removed that because people were actually using Icarus, like triple Icarus straight up. But yeah, maybe there's another unit with like a decent AoE that you could place instead of the Celine. Yeah, I would say that maybe you replace the Celine with an Astar. I think it's kind of the same thing. Firehammer? No, I would go for like the Celine is actually pretty nice because of the armor break. So the moment that I don't kill stuff, because I have attack buff and her passive makes it that I start armor breaking things. So her passive is not really that bad. It's just that her animations are kind of slow. But like getting the armor breaks in is pretty nice, especially in the later waves. But there's still good odds where you don't land them, so it doesn't really change too much, I would say. But yeah, getting an Astar in her slot is definitely fine too. Or maybe you put like one unit that's like specific for every stage in here for like all of the 3 elements. But so far, I do think we will probably look at another clear over here. We have about 20 seconds left for the boss, which on this team is not that much. So let's see how much we can actually clear with this still. Because you don't have that much damage directly on the boss, I would say. Especially not if you start using slow-ass skills. Can we actually kill? I think we can still kill with that team up. Okay, that was rather close though. But I would say that I had a lot of units that weren't for the right element in this fight. So that's a thing. So It is possible that if you put a little bit better runes, that it would help out a little bit more. But let's just try out for the sake of trying it out. This exact same team for all 3 of the dungeons, because I do know you guys love it, where you don't have to rune that many units. So would this be a team, if you actually put good runes to it, that you can use it in all of them? And I have to freaking find these units again. Teshar base skin is fastest. So let's see how this one works out. Yeah, if the team-ups go with the wrong thing, you do waste a lot of time here because the turn order is wrong. So you waste about like a good 5 seconds on that or so. So that could be a little bit better. But the reason that this works better than in the past is because these cookies have better AI right now for always starting with their skill 2 and then later do their other skill. So they're not going to be spamming skill 1s on their own. They're always going to do this AoE shit. So that's kind of nice. And these AoEs are definitely nice. I think probably just removing the here for anything that is single target good damage towards the boss, and then you can rotate that unit around. So you keep in those 4, the double cookie plus the Rogue plus the Groswald. And you just change her for, let's say in water you use like an Akamamir or a Lucian or a Teshar. In fire you use like a Lapis. In wind you use an Astar. Something along that line. I think that will totally do fine. But if you put decent runes to them, like because right now I just put like literally whatever on them, I would say that it is possible to use the exact same team for all of them and just have like decent runes on them. And the thing is, you're just starting to use fatal runes. Because you probably, if you farm as much giants as most people do these days, you're gonna have a lot of fatal runes left over that you're not really using anywhere. Just throw all of those fatal runes on this team and you're probably good to go. So let's see, we're gonna have less than 20 seconds on this team right now. Is this going to be enough though? I don't think 15 seconds is enough for the final boss. We do get an early armor break in, which is always good though, but from there, let's see if we actually do have enough time. Okay, they start hitting a bit. If the Rogue is also a bad unit in this, so yeah, okay, this one didn't work out. Mainly, I would say there was the early turns were like kind of bad. Let's see if we change that out for we give you, and then we change that towards the, let's say, Akamamir. Keeping it slightly more free to play. Yeah, let's see around with Akamamir. He does have like the insta-kill in that as well, which is pretty nice. Yeah, I don't really know if you really need that armor break that Selene provides, because in the end her animations are slow, and she's not really gonna do jack shit on it, so finding a replacement for the Selene is maybe the right way to go, because we can see that we're literally at wave 9 in like 10 seconds. That's super fast, so that's... Oh yeah, we have Akamamir also being buffed right now, because Akamamir has the heal block. And that actually... Wait, I should actually check that, if Akamamir does the damage before or after the heal block. It should be easy to see, but I shouldn't be testing it in this one. I'll test that later afterwards. But yeah, this is super fast. So I would say that replace the Selene with something that can do damage for that specific stage. And then you're probably good to go on all of this. Looks like after. Yeah, it's hard to see. I think it's after as well, but... Yeah, it goes too fast, and if I slow down the thing, it's not great for the run itself. But it would make sense if the first one applies the heal block, yeah. Okay, this is where you see in the later stages where Selene actually does have some usage, because then the whole wave would have been armor broken, based on like the hits they do, so... For that part, it would have been a little bit better. So in the later stages, Selene is actually pretty nice. But let's see right now for the final boss stage. Also, Rogue, of course, isn't the best in this. Okay, we got about 50 or 20 seconds left for this. But since we're not going to armor break it right now that easily, it might actually be worse than the Selene. Okay, so for this one, you might just have to give better runes to it if you want to do it with the cookies. Because this one, the fire cookie is not going to do too much. See if we can still clear it. Might be able to clear. It was close, though. So yeah, it is definitely possible. So if you're struggling with the subjugation, just look at the cookie kind of units. So for me, the runes, I would say that the best turn order is Grosswald first, then the both cookies, and then Rogue. So I currently have a messed up turn order. But Grosswald is just triple fight. This thing, you could make a fight fatal, whatever. I just made a fatal blade. This thing is also just a fatal blade. And then this thing is something that I had runed up for R5. So would recommend to also fatal this or actually put damage to it. And then the Selene, if you want to bowl it with Selene, which is definitely an option, then I would recommend Selene on 0 speed and then triple fight as well. And it's all about the passive, because her passive, the moment that you're hit something with an attack buff, you have a chance to defense break. So since all of these units hit AoE, you're AoE defense breaking. That's kind of the gist of this team. And yeah, it definitely does kind of work out. It's a nice team. It's a niche thing. And you don't need a... he actually showcased with a Water Homunculus in this case. I think a Oak in replacement of the Water Homunculus is pretty much just as good, because then you start teaming up with those two units and that's just like deadly as well. Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more guides, join the Discord and check out the content tab, which has the dungeon guide archive and the video guide archive, which contains all of the guides that you need. Hope to see you there.